come to grips with our situation. What is the current? There is an unstable world. How do we handle our situation? I will take you back to the three blocks of periods: 1999 to 2004, 2004 to 2014, and 2015 onwards. Unless we have this background, the current state of the Indian economy cannot be understood, nor the solutions for this we will be able to grasp. I am giving you some figures of 1999 to 2004 and 2004 to 2010, which is supposed to be the best year of India. 9.8% GDP growth. And our foreign exchange reserves had shot up from $140 billion to $310 billion. So this is supposed to be the golden period of the Indian economy. I will give you the figures to find out how golden it is. In 1999 to 2004, the GDP growth was 5.4%. In 2004-10, 9.8%. Almost double. Prices 4.8% in 1999, 6.8% in the next 6 years. Stock prices rose by 32% in 5 years, 99 to 2004. 311% in the next 6 years. Gold prices 38% in the first 5 years, 320% in the next 6 years. Land 21% in the first 5 years, 200 to 2100% in the next 6 years. Jobs generated 60 million in the first 5 years, 2.7 million in the next 6 years. This is a period of destruction of the Indian economy. Not the growth of the Indian economy. You know, in this period what happened? Which I tried to explain to the authorities. You will be amazed to know that in this period the foreign exchange went up from 140 billion to 310 billion, and that transformed into rupees. The banks were saddled with money. At that time, Dr. Y.V. Reddy said, don't allow this money to come in, because you will not know how to use it. And he wanted that taxed. But the finance minister said, the whole world wants to put money in India, why are you spoiling it? This money came into the stock market, transformed into rupees, became bank deposits. If the bank said this kind of deposit, what will the bank do? It has to lend. But there is no borrower. You know what the government of India did? It brought down the import duty of capital goods to zero and made the banks lend. With the result, the bank deposits went up from 12% to 20%. Credit went up from 15% to 27%. And we imported capital goods which we did not need. And all this money went to China. We had a trade deficit of $175 billion with China in 14 years, which is equal to 3 times China's defense expenditure and 5 times India's defense expenditure. And this is because we allowed the money that came in which we did not need, and afterwards it got converted into rupees, and we did not know how to use it, and the banks were asked to lend it, and for which customs duties were brought down, and that money is the NPA today. I challenge anybody in the media or any one of the economists to deny this fact. That is the NPA today. Raghuram Rajan admitted this part. Yes, excessive lending took place at that time, and that became bad debt. Why the excessive lending took place? The Reserve Bank of India at that time, headed by one of the topmost macroeconomists, Y.V. Reddy, he was called by the US Federal Reserve System and he addressed all the governors. And the US Federal Reserve System said, if Y.V. Reddy had been the chairman of the US Federal Reserve System, world economic meltdown would not have taken place. He gave the advice, stop this money from coming in. Our government did not follow the advice. The money which you did not came in and became your problem, and that became your NPA today. And this government began grappling with it. And the unprovided NPA, and in this period, the revenue deficit went up by 16 lakh crores in 5 years. And tax cuts were 3 lakh crores per year. So these 3 lakh crores tax cuts was given to spend the foreign exchange that we received. And if you look at somebody mentioned that oil is the biggest problem of India. No. In the 10-year period, UPA period, oil imports were $515 billion. Capital goods imports were $585 billion. Whereas in the NDA period, capital goods import was just $10 billion. And for the first time only in the NDA period, for 2 years, we had current account surplus of $25 billion. That is why India was seen as a rising power at that time. Everything was reversed because we were getting the free flow of money, this phony money, unbacked by savings, production, investment, that came into India. We received it, cooked up our economy, turned it into NPA, and saddled it on this government. The only fault of this government is that it did not come out with a white paper saying this is what happened.